Achieving high response rates during follow-up data collection. Your organization might want to understand whether the youth who attend your program remember and apply what they learned after the program ends. Asking them to complete a follow-up survey several months after the program ends is a great way to get that information. Follow-up survey data is collected from youth participants weeks, months, or years after the baseline survey and program participation. It can be useful to learn about longer-term outcomes of a program. For example, you could follow up with youth a year or two after they complete the program to understand long-term behavioral change. Let's say you're responsible for administering a follow-up survey to learn about the long-term behaviors of a group of 100 youth who completed your program 6 months ago. You want to collect surveys from as many of the youth as possible to have confidence that your results reflect the whole group. For example, imagine you collect follow-up surveys from 1/4 of participants. The small number of youth who responded might be the ones who were the most enthusiastic about the program from the beginning because the program content already aligned with their behaviors. Drawing conclusions based on follow-up data from just 1/4 of your original participants likely will not be an accurate representation of your program's influence, because it is possible that the program had no influence on the behaviors of the larger group of youth who were not as enthusiastic about responding to the survey. A useful benchmark is to try to get completed follow-up surveys from 85% of all youth who participated in the program. Attaining a high response rate, such as 85%, can be hard, especially if you lose track of the youth after they complete your program. You can do several things to achieve high response rates. First, collect multiple contact methods from youth while they're in the program. Having multiple ways to contact youth will make it easier to get in touch with them after they're no longer in the program. Collect this information multiple times, such as at the start and end of the program. Contact methods typically include email, social media handle, home address, and phone numbers for the youth and their guardians. Be sure to explain to the guardians at the time of consent and youth at the time of assent that you might contact them in the future and explain why it's important for them to respond. You can also provide youth and their guardians with a phone number or email address to contact you to make any updates to their contact information. Second, maintain a relationship with program participants after the program ends. One way to maintain such a relationship is by establishing a community for maintaining contact, such as an Instagram profile. Some organizations have a private Instagram profile where they post things about similar programs in the area and connect with the youth and their parents. Other ways to maintain a relationship include sending birthday or holiday postcards or text messages to youth in which you also remind them about future follow-up surveys. If you're in contact with youth between the end of the program and the follow-up survey, they're more likely to be responsive. Third, identify the easiest way to distribute your follow-up survey. Online surveys sent via email are usually easier to distribute, particularly if the youth are no longer in a group, such as in the same school. Sending follow-up surveys via email or text will help ensure youth receive the survey even if their home address has changed. Consider the timing of the survey distribution as well, such as avoiding the school day or holidays when youth are likely busy. Fourth, to encourage youth to respond to your follow-up survey, send them tailored notifications and reminders. If you link your data, you'll be able to tell who has not responded to your survey. After your initial invitation to participate in the follow-up survey, plan on sending several reminders to youth who have not yet responded. Reminders can include personalized text messages, emails, and phone calls. Try a combination of reminders that might be effective with the youth. For example, begin by emailing everyone, then following up with a text message about a week later, and then calling those who still have not completed their survey the following week. Finally, if needed, contact the parents or guardians for those who have still not responded. Fifth, incentives can be a useful strategy for encouraging a high response rate to follow-up surveys. There are many options for the type of incentive you can offer, such as gift cards or prizes. Think about an appropriate incentive that will fit within your budget and provide an appropriate reward for the youth. Remember to receive approval from an institutional review board on all data collection plans, including when and how you'll contact youth for the follow-up survey and what incentives you'll offer. To recap, you can achieve high response rates during follow-up data collection by taking the steps discussed in this video. 1. Collect multiple contact methods from youth while they're in the program. 2. Maintain a relationship with program participants even after the program ends. 3. Consider the easiest way to distribute your follow-up survey. 4. Send tailored notifications and reminders. And 5. Incentivize survey completion. For more information on achieving high response rates during follow-up data collection, please see the accompanying tip sheet, visit our website at Serene.com, or contact the Serene team at sraeta@mathematica-mpr.com.